Name's Jack Wiegand, and in 2013, I, for a short period of time, was the youngest person to fly an airplane around the world solo. So I left on May 2nd, 2013, arrived back to Fresno some 58 days later on June 29th. The airplane was, after the trip, sold back to Mooney Aircraft and taken over to China to be a little bit like a display airplane.
Wow. So you're still flying around the world even after flying?
Yeah, in some ways. My route was basically across the United States, west to east. I went to Boulder, Colorado, where I was going to school at the time, St. Louis, Missouri, New York, or New Jersey, but around New York. Then directly north to Iqaluit, Canada, or this northeast territory of Canada. And from there, Greenland to Iceland, from London to Rome, Rome to Crete in the Mediterranean, Crete to Cairo, Egypt, then Dubai, then over to Mumbai, India, Calcutta, India, Bangkok, Thailand. From Bangkok, I went over to Manila in the Philippines. I worked my way up Japan to Okinawa, Japan, Kobe, Japan, Sapporo, Japan, and Kushiro, Japan. From there, I crossed the North Pacific over to Dutch Harbor, Alaska. From Dutch Harbor, Anchorage, Anchorage, Ketchikan, Seattle, Seattle, back to Fresno. I had 350 hours when I embarked on this trip, total pilot and command time. That's nothing. Hindsight, I would not have advised myself at the time to take a trip like that. So I did not possess the technical skills to really do the trip, but I had the motivation to do it. It almost went wrong in a couple different places. First, the most notoriety I ever received about this trip around the world, and I'm sure you've done a little bit of research into it at this time, is forgetting my passport. That is like what got me. I mean, it'd be an ingenious publicity move for me to have done that on purpose, but admittedly I did not. I forgot my passport, realized it in Canada. I got to Customs and Border Patrol, or whatever their equivalent to that is. Pretty embarrassing story. I had a passport holder, and they open it up, and they look back at me, and they're like, "There's no passport in here. What are you doing?" So I was intercepted by an F-18 jet just south of the Iranian-Pakistani border, and it had a white skull and crossbones. So it was a really intimidating looking airplane. At the time, I had no idea who it was. I think what I did is I flew over the aircraft carrier unknowingly. There was an airplane flying at half the height of a commercial airliner. It was an American plane, yeah. I had some other hairy situations as well, as far as just flying into weather that I never should have flown into. Coming into Calcutta, India, and I opted, which was the mistake at the time, to make my way through the weather. The best way I can describe it was like a maze of thunderstorms. If I flew into the clouds, all bets were off, and probably would not have made it. But I could see the earth directly below me, just in this small little pocket. What I did is I dropped my landing gear, I put the flaps down, and I basically killed the power and did descending 360s. It was a terrible, terrible experience, to be honest. I love aviation more than anything. I love flying more than anything. I love being, above the world and looking down on things, and just the perspective that you have from the air is an incredible one. But it's a stressful trip, flying that many hours at a time in a small single engine airplane, unpressurized, having to wear oxygen the whole time.
How did you know that it was what you needed to do?
Fly around the world? I don't know, that's a great question. I still don't think I've come up with an articulate enough answer for it. If I had to nail it down, it would be attempting to do something extraordinary. I, on a couple occasions, had press when I arrived. Had BBC come out to the airplane in Biggin Hill in London. But of course, all they were interested in was, I heard you forgot your passport. How do you do that? You stupid 20-year-old kid.